So anyway, that's how we ended up drinking 72 Miller High Lifes in the span of 4 days. Oh wait,
Well,
you were all there.
You actually told the true story this time?
Wow.
People are actually gonna believe
it was
that one.
a sight to see how far you could fill that counter space with just empty bottles.
That's like my garage on any given week. There's just Miller High Life bottles everywhere.
Too bad they don't take bottle returns back there. We could have made some
It
money.
was like day 2. I was like, man, those High Lifes look pretty good. I should grab some. And then I realized the whole town was out.
Yeah, we drank them all.
We drank the whole town out.
And this is ZZP's great bottle recycling scam coming true.
Hey, there we go. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. ZZP Power Hour number 181 today. Whoo! That was good.
Yeah.
That was real good.
Chris,
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're talking about some stuff and some things today. Dan North, obviously on Halloween we got to dress up. We do every year. But we're here with the boys. We got Adam. We got Tyler Spain. We got Tyler B. And we got
OC.
Bowman. We're doing a little bit of this versus that today. We got some nice questions lined up from you guys on Instagram and Facebook from this week. If you don't know, check out our social medias the week of the podcast. It's always hard to keep track, but just keep an eye on them. Sometimes we throw out some questions. But yeah, first, before we get to that, we're going to hit it with, we were just down at Tail of the Dragon, and it was great.
Yes, sir.
It's always a good time.
It was beautiful.
just spent a week out with the boys, driving our own personal cars, out just cruising, mountain roads. It was a good time.
Oh,
Yeah, a little over 2,000 miles in 4 days.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
If you want to test your car, that's one way to do it.
Oil change before you go, oil change when you come back.
Yeah.
Or park it for the winter and oil change in the spring.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I cooked a set of tires off the ATS-V,
are they done?
corded up.
Ooh!
Corded.
600 horsepower pushing a 4,000-pound car up and down a mountain for a couple days straight will do that.
Huh. Wow.
They had a few quarter-mile passes on, too, and everything in between,
Yeah, and you definitely were testing the limits of that. We were a little curious how the big body was going to do. You held in there.
I was very pleased with it. The biggest thing that I did was lower the tire pressure a little bit and scoot my seat forward, and then we were locked in.
Except for that first time.
Did you unplug your seat?
Yeah, for some reason, the first time through tail, the car just reverted to exit.
Easy exit mode?
Easy exit seating position. So seat all the way back, wheel all the way forward, and like I'm in a corner, and then all of a sudden just
Heard you wanted to relax. Take a break.
happened like 3 times my first time in. Not again after that.
Huh.
I don't know what was happening with my door switch panel or something, but
Oh,
The car
maybe the
wasn't-
door wasn't
It
closed?
was the first time he took it out on a windy road. Car wasn't sure what's going on. He's like, "Hey man, chill out."
this
Like,
is
I'm
not this is not a drag strip, Dad.
What is
Not
left
used
and
to
right? Kind of crazy though. You went through that set of REs in one.
5,000 miles.
Yeah,
One oil change.
and mine are 6 years old and they still look brand new.
Yep.
That's what an extra 1,000 pounds will do to you.
The older they get, the longer they last.
Well,
too.
the
They get
fronts
nice
are
and
still
hard.
pretty good. The rears are
Oh, they're
just
hard.
gone.
Yeah.
But those 200 treadwears literally dead hook. You can dead hook a first gear 4-mile-an-hour roll on the street.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine can't even hook a second gear roll in a supercharged Cobalt
On
anymore,
93?
Yeah, they're hard as a rock.
Yeah, it's just all the way down the road. But yeah, so we took some ATSVs. Bo got his down and back. Cobalt did great, other than it's the Exxon Valdez.
What?
What?
All the oil.
Oh.
Just letting it
right.
all out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one took a second.
But within reason, that was happening before you left, so it was
Well,
a known thing.
It was happening last year, and then I forgot about it, and then we went back down. And you don't floor your car that often in that short of a period of time, especially with all your buddies behind you, and they're like, "Well, my car's not rusting."
A little
behind
smoky
you."
behind you.
Smells
bud.
good.
It doesn't smell good.
No, it doesn't. And T-Spain with the Subi.
Yep. I brought my personal ride. I'm the outcast. Make fun. Haha. Yeah, I brought the Subaru out, and I had to work it to keep up with these guys. If that tells you anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's a good car.
Cobalt had its own thing,
good
but
car.
keeping up with the ATS-V was a challenge.
Yeah,
It's a good car.
That's challenging.
Surprisingly for a Subaru. I would be a Subaru guy if I didn't have platform cars. I'd
Well,
have one.
It helps that we're only going to like 40 miles an hour tops around some of those corners, so Straight lines, no chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
We got all the race cars running in the shop this week, so if you hear anything or we're like, what is that? It's,
Yeah.
there's lots of horsepower and emotions down in the shop today. We got Streetcar Takeover next Friday, and boy, it's been
that
a
was
crash.
Just Reed's car, right?
Yeah, that's Reed's single turbo ATS-V. He's getting a new motor broke in. We just freshened it up a little bit. New crank, new bearings, new rings. Just getting it ready because we got a couple of tests and tunes throughout October that are going to be really good weather, some record-setting weather for that car. So we just took some precautionary maintenance for that car. You know, yeah, just a quick new crank, just to make sure we didn't have any problems.
Routine maintenance. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you make 3 times the factory horsepower, not quite 3 yet, but it goes through things a lot faster.
Yeah.
That fourth digit.
Yeah.
That's where it gets you.
That's where it gets you.
Yeah.
So jumping into these topics, this versus that. Anybody in the chat, give us your this versus that. Mods, you know, cars, whatever it might be. Throw them in there. We'll get to them.
Engines, transmissions,
engines.
tires.
LSJ over LNF, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to be up here all day on that one.
But we're going to start off with a good one. 3800 supercharged versus turbo.
You got to have both.
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 I don't know. There's definitely you definitely have to have both. But if you had to have one, definitely a turbo car.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat a turbo for sure. I have to agree. Supercharger's fun, but there's nothing like a big turbo.
Well, if you haven't heard it before, my story of I had a pretty well-mounted M90 car, changed nothing with the drivetrain other than put a turbo on it at the same boost level. It went 2 seconds faster in the quarter and picked up 10 mile an hour and 100 wheel. It's like, what in the tarnation?
It's, especially on that engine, it's got so much displacement behind it that, like, you don't really have to worry about turbo sizing or lag or anything. I mean, you got, 500 foot-pounds for 3,000 RPM?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, 500 foot-pounds for all of 3,000 RPM.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the investment cost too, like the cost of a bolt-on turbo kit versus
all the mods.
how far you have to push a blower.
Yeah, well, if you want to get a little cowboy too, like you can literally buy your Z3 kit and a set of injectors. Just put it on like 14 pounds, make like $350 to the tire.
Go.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the motor out, doing the heads, doing a cam, doing the intercooler, doing the bolt-ons, doing everything else. Like you can literally leave the motor in the car and the trans in the car. Z3 kit, 60-pound injectors, make mid 300s on pump gas.
Yeah. If you save a lot of money if you just skip right to the end. You don't do all the intermediate stuff.
It's funny. That's normally how a lot of guys go, and I think even on the LSJ is like they'll max effort supercharge build, which is fun. And then they're like, well, what's next? And then like the turbo's next, and you throw all those mods out the door.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, or I see so many people who go from, I got my blower set up, it's fun, I want more power, cool, I'll do the entry level, which does save you a lot of money because you've already done those
The cooling mods. Yep.
But then they get done with that and they're like, I gotta swap it all out.
Let's be honest, we're all car guys.
I don't know if
we all have that fiending addiction. You get comfortable, you get you get kind of bored a little bit. All right, what's next? How do I make it better?
Yep. Every month, every week, you're just like,
But then there's the further you go, it's like the worse the car gets to some degree. Like the drivability starts to suffer, you get a lot of lag, stuff like that. So there's a good middle ground there too.
There certainly is, and that's kind of why I've stuck with the blower for so long. Is like it's the factory blower, and you don't have to add any fittings. You don't have to add any once you get into aftermarket drain lines and coolant lines and all that, like the manufacturer spends so much money on making all that.
The
perfect.
Package.
Yeah.
Yep.
So once you change that, you have a lot more fun, per se. But you might deal with a little more downside. But you also add an intercooler. Well, not necessarily. You could do a Z3 kit without an intercooler.
I think you need to do the intercooler.
You should do an intercooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should do an intercooler on completely factory 3800 to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if we tossed around the keys to a 350 horsepower turbo car and a 350 horsepower M90 car, everybody would come back with a bigger smile with the turbo.
Yeah.
Huh. We should do that.
I think so.
I mean, it's literally my car and Grimace. Like, they're the same exact car.
Yeah, I've never driven either of them.
Both
That'd be
make
interesting.
low 300s.
You should drive Grimace.
There's something.
I bet it is.
There's something to be said about like having a little bit of supercharger whine when you've got it fully built up and you've maxed it. You can hear it. That's awesome. There's also something to be said about like partial throttle, just hearing wastegate open. Like, it's a thing.
Yup.
Yeah.
Wish
Open
we had
dump
Dakota
wastegate.
up here right now. He makes great turbo noises.
He does. He's like
His car does too.
the old StreetFighter.net dude.
Didn't we have a
Turbo Super
YouTube?
with my mouth.
Didn't we have a YouTube video about that?
I think so. Oh, we got a couple in here. I'm gonna grab one. Port injection versus direct injection.
Port injection.
Port 125%.
I don't think anybody up here is saying direct injection. You gonna say direct injection, Bo?
No, he's not. He's got an ATSV that he's like, oh, I gotta mix this.
Yeah, I
perfect
wish I
amount
had
of
like
ethanol.
16 more injectors.
Yeah, I have
2
an
more fuel
ATSV that I
pumps.
put port injection on.
Yeah. The only benefit of direct injection is, generally speaking, you don't have to mess with the injectors when you're doing your basics.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
so
That's true.
that's the only counterpoint. Is like an LSJ, intake downpipe, your injectors are maxed.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas like you take an ATS like standard 2.0, unless you're putting E85 in it, those
You
stock,
can take it along with
yeah,
you.
those stock injectors are going to last you
They have a
through
lot of headroom.
most of what you're going to do.
That's true. I never really think of that because,
No.
yeah, it's so easy to replace 4 or 6 port injectors, but you do still have to replace them.
Yeah, like it is part of the equation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like whereas when you're working on a direct injection, you still have to think about your other components in your fuel system. Like if your high pressure fuel pump's going to keep up, your
Yeah.
injectors are generally fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely a more expensive route, it seems. If once you get like into the ethanol-based fuels on DI stuff, you gotta
It's out the
slap
window.
down some,
Yeah.
some money, you know,
It's a
with
lot touchier.
or change the cam.
Yeah.
Change
Just
it.
a quick cam swap.
Yeah. Cams, injectors.
It's a lot harder though. Like you can get a huge fuel pump from a ZL1 like we do and put it in the in-tank cars on a port injected car and wow, there you go. There's all your fuel flow. But
Yeah.
you can't do that with the direct injection fuel pump. You got,
Yeah.
it's just a lot
You're
harder.
gonna
Very
hit
specific.
a roadblock somewhere.
Right.
Uh,
Until somebody makes a bigger one.
yeah.
And arguably not. The DI stuff is never as reliable.
No. But it's so hard. The tolerances and everything is so much more precise. Where port injected's like, here's a big fire hose.
Yep, you're trying to push 4,000 psi through a hole that's this big.
Yeah.
It doesn't really like that.
Yeah.
So I guess what about the hybrid? Direct injected car, adding your own inline port injected, like a 5th injector kit.
Yeah, fifth
I feel like it just
injector,
makes everything more complicated.
it works pretty well.
It does work.
It does work,
Yeah.
but having both is just like twice as many problems in a way.
But once we're at that point where we require that, aren't you kind of introducing your own problems anyways?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're modding your car that far, you're gonna have problems.
Especially. Now, if only GM would come out with port and DI, like friggin' Hyundai.
C7ZR1 has it.
Well, yeah. Okay. The $100,000 Halo car has it. But, like,
I mean, BRZs have them from
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah, a
I
lot
just-
of newer cars are going that route.
I mean, we're going to Streetcar Takeover next weekend. Justin Keith, he runs that Nemo Camaro at Streetcar Takeover all the time.
Yep.
I don't follow him super close, but he runs that car around in the pits on the DI system.
and then,
As soon as it makes a pass, it's full port injection.
yeah.
And then he recently just had a massive high pressure fuel pump failure, messed up his cam, dropped a bunch of stuff in the rotating assembly, so he completely removed the DI system from that car. So
Oh, really?
in terms of going fast, port injection works pretty darn
Right,
well.
yeah.
It's the easiest to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
I will say one pro of direct injection is fuel economy.
Fuel
You're gonna
economy
get
is
better fuel economy with direct injection. So
Yep.
if that's
That-
something you care about. Then.
That's decent, yeah.
Yeah. And LSJ, those things do not good.
Yeah, L&F compared to LSJ, it's going to go a little bit, like
Yeah.
10 miles a gallon
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Like for instance, trip to tail, about 2,000 miles. What do you think your average miles per gallon on the highway were?
Oh, man. I calculated it, and we were like 26.
I was gonna
That's
say it should be
good.
mid 20s. Yeah,
that's
not
that's
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Bo, ATSV, making
20.
double the power.
Yep, 28.1 on the way back.
It's not bad.
Bigger engine.
Yeah.
Bigger engine, a lot
turbos.
heavier.
Yeah.
I do got 8 speeds though.
That's true.
Yeah, that helps.
Not that 6 isn't enough in
I
your
had
car.
6. but
Tyler was cruising in 5th.
Mostly only 5.
Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, worth it.
What about your Subaru? How did that do?
So kind of depends on the section we're in. On average, about 29 to 31.
Jeez.
Depending on the section we're in.
Yeah, that's solid.
It's like a
That's
Prius.
cool.
That's just cruise control
It's
like
a
82.
Prius. Now,
That's
Adam,
cool.
how'd your car do? Oh.
Randy's car did great.
Low Expectations says nitrous versus no nitrous. And I mean, if we all could just say, yeah, it'd be nitrous.
I would love to run nitrous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send me a kit.
But I would say that is completely dependent on what the heck you're doing. Because
Average user, no nitrous.
yeah,
Average users do not need to mess with those systems.
Yep.
that, and a lot of people don't take the time to do it right. Like, get a progressive controller and do a wet kit. You know, all this.
It depends on how big of a shot you're running.
That
If you're
is
running
fair.
a 50 shot, you know, you can play around with it. If you're running a 200 shot, you want that stuff.
Yeah,
You don't want to just put it all in there at once.
but nitrous is pretty freaking magic. it's good.
Tyler's hooked.
It's like crack cocaine.
Tyler went to the dentist and he just goes back every week.
Nitrous is
Hey,
good.
I got another filling.
It
Give me
is.
the nitrous.
It is good. I had a remote tune guy about a year ago. He had a nitrous backfire. And then I realized he was purging the nitrous system through the motor. I was like, yeah, that'll happen, man. You gotta set it up a little
Why?
better.
That's how the EPA wants you to do it.
Yeah. It's true. He was conforming
Carbureted nitrous kits?
there.
I did
Oh, yeah.
see someone. Oh,
Go ahead.
I did see someone say F23 versus F35 up there.
F-35 all day. All
It
day.
depends.
Not even. No, it does not.
Yeah, it does depend.
not.
I mean, if
depend
you
at
want to
all.
hoard 10 transmissions, F23.
I think the F-35 is an awesome transmission as far as shift quality, feel, everything else. It's just when it breaks. that-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's your caveat. Is the gearing is better, it
Yep.
shifts better,
Yep.
but then it explodes, and you got to pay a lot of money for a new one. Versus
really
F23,
does
you
just
can
break.
get 5 for the same price.
Yeah.
But that's a price point. That doesn't necessarily mean it's better.
They can
Well,
hold.
for some people, that matters.
They
It is a
can.
big
They can
truck.
hold a lot. I mean, it's surprising. It feels like a dump truck, but they hold power and
It was like a dump truck.
they do.
Yeah.
They feel like a dump
F23
truck.
doesn't shift great, that's for sure.
No.
But they're a dime a dozen, and they hold decent power. So yeah, it really
they
just
do.
depends what you want. If you're cheap like me, F23. If you care about how it feels, then maybe F35. But you're gonna pay for it.
I will say, going from a 35 to a 40, and I've had a 23 as well. Nothing beats the F35. Like, in terms of actual feel, shifting, when they are crispy, they are great.
Yeah.
I would even say it's a good bit better than how a brand new F40 feels, but
Right. Nothing beats the strength of the F40 either.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard to beat.
yeah. Yeah, Rob says 212,000 miles on his F35. GMPP, never broke a roll pin. I've never broke a roll pin either. I don't know how these people break roll pins so often.
Probably because they're smashing it and it won't go into gear, so they just yeah, I don't know.
Cramming it over and over again.
I don't know. Yeah, it
It's
doesn't make
definitely
sense.
something we don't see a lot of, but it does pop up a lot on the pages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I've
would
heard
think
of it a
would
lot.
correlate
Yeah.
to the cars that we have here or come in, but
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with power or being fast. I think it's just abuse.
people
So-
just don't know how to shift.
So next mod, a $200 billet roll pin from ZZP. That's it.
Billet
Just the
roll.
pin.
Billet roll
Just the
pin.
pin.
Precision machine.
What do we got next?
Okay. I got a pretty good one. So catback versus headers, and we can roll headers in with downpipes as well for like turbo cars.
Okay. All right.
I'm always going to do the downpipe or the headers first.
Yeah.
There's not a single scenario where I would do a catback first.
Yep. So the only thing I can think of for most people who are like just getting into their cars, couple things you only want out of your cars. I want to make it louder. I want to make it sound cool. So everybody goes to the catback.
Right.
Downpipes and headers. That is going to be what 85% of any gains you're going to get from your
Oh,
car.
yeah.
Unless for some reason you have a super restrictive muffler like on the Regals.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
For-
so it depends on what you're going for, like you said. Like, do you care more about sound or do you care more about performance?
I mean, even then, like
I kind of like the way all of our platforms. I think they all sound really good with a downpipe on a stock catback.
yeah,
Yeah.
it
It's a
adds
good
a nice
sound.
like low tone to it, like without being over the top.
We're all getting old.
Even like a Grand.
I know, dude.
One of my favorite sounds is a Grand Prix with headers in a stock catback.
Yeah.
Like it's just got this. I don't know. It's just a good tone. Yeah.
They are, and I think that really is because if you would have asked me 10 years ago,
Straight pipe.
yeah, it would have been catback all day,
Yeah,
every day.
I think I agree though because like I was planning on turboing my blue cobalt and I'm gonna use the stock catback.
Yeah.
You just change the turbo and the downpipe.
Yeah.
You got all
Even
the power
the
there.
ATSVs with the H-pipe downpipe sound amazing on a stock catback.
Well, they got valves too, so it's like it gives you some adjustability.
LNF sounds great with a downpipe on a stock catback.
An
Yeah.
LNF with a downpipe and a stock catback is like peak 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
And they have a decent sized factory exhaust
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
which
They
not
got
every
really
car
good
does.
That really helps.
Like our HHRs, you know, I got a downpipe on just a brand new ZZP downpipe on the stock catback, and I'm like driving around, I'm like, this is
Yeah, it
kind of
sounds pretty
loud.
good.
Like it's a plenty. Like I would never need more than that.
Oh, dude, I put a ZZP 2.5-inch muffler on Erica's because when we bought it, it was straight piped. It had the stock resonator, but then it was a straight pipe, no muffler, and then it fell off one day. We were just driving down the road, and the whole straight pipe section just fell off. So I put a muffler on it, and I was like, this is kind of really loud. And then I sourced a stock muffler from somebody and put it on, and I was like, oh yeah.
Did you go back and pick up your muffler?
No.
Because I've definitely hit some exhaust in the highway before on my car, and that's not a good time. So.
No, it's not.
on a side note, as far as customer service is concerned, I'd probably say it's like a 70 percentile. People who order the catbacks with muffler delete, resonator delete, they're usually buying those afterwards to add back to the car.
Uh-huh.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Almost everyone, especially LSJs.
Oh my
If you
gosh.
buy it without a resonator, you're going to buy the resonator. So just save yourself some money and do it the first time.
If you want to make your LSJ sound good, just put a turbo on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ethan brought that up, 3800 Supercharger plus equalizer or turbo.
Turbo is an equalizer.
Yeah.
Kind of one and the same.
It's the same.
I'm still turbo trained.
and
now.
then you get the turbo noises.
I do love the equalizer. I think it's absolutely phenomenal addition to the 3800 catalog for the guys out there tinkering on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a turbo guy.
Yeah, it blows my mind how good that sounds.
Sigma Bolt said something about Evo.
I think
Adam's
he's talking
got an
about
Evo.
Brad Keys, said Mitsubishi.
Oh, yeah. He bought a
Endeavor.
SUV.
Endeavor. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a small SUV.
Huh.
I don't know. He was looking at a manual one, which would have been really cool.
What
We
year?
got-
What year did they make that?
Mid 2000s? I don't know.
Literally never heard of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. No Endeavor, he says.
Thanks for stopping by today,
Oh,
Brad. Sorry we
no,
were a little
come
busy.
on, Endeavor.
It's a little hectic around here, but we got an LSJ in the back lot to tinker around for him.
Yep. And it looks great.
It does.
Looks good. I'm excited to finally tune it in person. There's nothing better than sitting in the seat and actually getting some time to tune them. So very pumped about that. Speaking of LSJ turbo, air to water intercooler versus air to air.
I'd say this would apply to 3800 a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always an air-to-air boy, man.
I don't really think it matters that much.
It does matter
Oh,
a
it
lot.
matters.
On the street, just cruising around, like
Oh yeah.
So
I'd say like I'll be nice and say a 50-degree difference, but it could be closer to 100 at times.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the setup, but
So-
I never really cared that much when my car was water to air. It seemed fine.
LSJ specific. LSJs, that's the only reason I'm going to say this. I only lean towards air water just because by the time most guys are throwing like a turbo, needing an air to air, they already have the cooling mods.
Yeah.
That's the only reason on LSJ specific, I say it's fine. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yes, an air to air could be more efficient,
Oh, it's-
a lot better, but if you've already got the mods, you already have them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
If the car came with it,
Like-
it makes sense to
like
keep it in some.
Price point.
Right, exactly.
Like Brad's car, going from air to water with like a stealth and he had all the mods. It dropped 40 degrees. Like air to air on an LSJ is sub-ambient, and
Yeah.
it is not.
How much power is that worth? 40 degrees, you think?
It's hard to put in perspective, but it's
10
just
to 20 wheel at least.
it's just so much less knock prone.
Yeah.
The detonation is just not a problem. You can really get nutty, especially when you pair that with E85.
I mean, it
You
depends
just-
on the application too, though. Like a drag car, they all run ice boxes and that type of stuff, so you can get sub-ambient tips that way too.
Yeah.
So it's like, Not on the street, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Application, what your goal is for the car, what you're building it for. That's a good point.
Yeah, because you can really take an air-to-water system really far. But it's a lot more upkeep, too. If you're at the track, you got to dump in ice.
You got to make sure your pump is actually working and you have a good pump, which isn't cheap.
Yeah, good pump.
A pump that flows a lot of water is not cheap.
Remote tune customer today sent me his first log, and his IAT2s were 175. The whole log.
Just maxed?
Like, no, it wasn't maxed. I've seen 200 plus, which is scary. But it was 175, and he's like, oh, that's a little slow. I was like, well, your boost is at 50% because I have it cut off at 170. So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's about with a 3800 run with an intercooler.
With an intercooler?
Yeah. 175.
Okay, well, I
Like
can see
that's-
why you wouldn't want to water to air if that's your boost temp.
If that's the low?
Yeah. I can see why you would say that,
This
yeah.
always goes back to, we can bake some cookies in there without the intercooler.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I can't believe they made that car like that. Let's bolt this huge heat pump on top of the engine.
It's a hairdryer, dude.
It's a hairdryer.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was twin charged with the LSJ setup, it would make like 135 at the end of a pull. It would always be around ambient.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, like 130, 140. Like it's hot, but it's not.
I know, the
Too
Laminova
hot.
design is so silly to me, but it works so well.
It works good for a medium power level.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you run into the manifold being restriction, and it's all sorts of stuff. We actually did some really cool testing back in the day. So, you bring up the Laminovas, they don't look like they would do that much. I mean, it's just this little tiny tube, and if you look in the manifold, your entrance is only like this big for the air. Like, it's pretty tiny.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
But so back in the day, Tim hacked apart a manifold and stuck. So the key with the 3800s was your big cooler that we use in our
The brick, the heat exchanger.
the heat exchanger brick. And he stuffed one of those in an LSJ manifold, and it was worse.
I did it too, like 2 or 3 years ago, and it
Yeah.
didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
It was basically the same. I used a huge brick too.
and you would
it
think
didn't
with
even
all
fit
that
in there.
surface area, but also
if you look at the Laminova cores and think about how thin those blades are on there, there's actually probably more surface area
Yeah.
on the Laminova cores than there is on an actual intercooler brick.
yeah, and that kind of goes. I mean, I'm sure all the guys listening know this, but like, pull your Laminova cores out and clean those.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
just like a air-to-air intercooler. They start to get galvanized, and well, they don't.
Corroded and full of dirt and,
And
dust
oil.
and
Rocks,
oil
bugs.
and yeah.
But yeah,
Holy
you
crap, rocks. Yeah.
clean that out, and it makes a big difference.
Sorry if you were talking internally. I was talking externally. Both.
Both, yeah. Brad Key says air-to-air looks cooler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I forgot he was air to air, and he dropped off the LSJ today, and I'm looking at the grill. I'm like, that's a good intercooler in there.
Yep. See what you got next.
Okay. So we've already kind of touched on operating temps. Bo kind of touched on this. 85 versus premium. Why should I push for
It's
85?
a wonderful question, man.
Yeah.
It's like the best question of them all.
We get this question probably multiple times a day.
Yeah.
If you have E85 readily available in the places that you travel often, do it.
If you have enough fuel system.
And that's
the
downside.
caveat.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's the caveat.
You gotta have 30% more fuel system.
Yeah.
So two of the cons. If you have it available conveniently,
Yeah.
and if you can afford the supporting mods.
I think it all comes down to the purpose of the vehicle. Are you going to drive it to work 5 days a week?
Mhm.
Are you going to drive it to work 2 days a week and on the weekends? Because if you're going to drive a car to work 5 days a week, I did it for years. E85, 5 days a week.
It goes fast.
It wears on you. And like for me, 80-mile round trip, not being able to go more than 2 days without filling up.
Oof.
Yeah.
Out of my way,
Yeah. You
live
out of
too
my,
far away,
Out of my
yeah.
way, 10 miles every day to get the E. It's
See,
a
that's
lot.
why- that's why I say if you have it conveniently located to where you travel often.
Yep.
Well, and I think it also comes down to the convenience isn't a huge aspect of it if you're only there once a week
True.
or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I only get
Take a
gas.
nice little 20-minute drive. To go
Yeah,
get some
because
fuel.
back in the day, like when I had the Red Grand Prix, that was never a daily driver it was awesome to run E85 because like that was a reason to get the car. Like, oh, I got to go get some E. Like, you know,
yeah.
like
it's an excuse.
There's a state like I might not even go to the close station. I'll go to the far station because you know we'll just take it over there and top it off. But dude, I'm a sucker for the 93 because I switched the Regal back to 93 3 years ago for Tail of the Dragon and have not been back on the 85 since.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the mileage is awesome.
Yeah, the big thing for me is the price, though.
Yeah, it does punch you a little bit, but I mean,
I also were considering that mileage difference. Like, how close do you actually like pay attention and notice? Are you paying that much more because you're getting more out of that fuel?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting 30% less with the 85, but at least the station I fill up at, it's like half the cost. So the maths.
The math does math.
It depends where you live, for sure.
Yeah, like just over there on Chicago Drive, E85 is 68 cents, you know.
Cheaper?
Cheaper. No, it's 68% of the cost.
Oh.
So, yeah, you're using more, but, you
Well,
know, so I guess that's pretty close.
So the
30%.
fuel mileage is about 30% worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Give or
maths
take.
out really well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like on the LSJ, it's way worse.
Okay.
On E85.
It's 30% or worse.
Or worse,
Let's agree on
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Because the Regal will get a consistent 24 miles a gallon on 93 octane.
Yep.
30% off that 16.5 miles a gallon, and it's about 15, 16
Yep.
miles. When you're getting 15 miles a gallon in a car, you feel that.
you
you feel that.
feel it.
And then the thing is, you're that's best case scenario.
Uh-huh.
So you're bombing around beating on the car and you hand calculate a tank. You're like, I got 12.5 miles a gallon in this car. It's like, okay, yeah, it's 230, but dang.
Now I gotta buy more. You spend the same amount, just buy twice as much fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's the power aspect too, obviously, and
Yeah.
safety. If you're getting
Power
good
and
E85.
safety, yeah. It's
The-
so much easier.
The power in the knock, what am I trying to say?
Knock
higher
reduction
octane.
or
Yeah, the knock
Yeah.
reduction is absolutely off the charts. Like if you have a vehicle that you're modding a lot and is struggling with KR, and it is just one of those maybe weekend warrior vehicles, by all means your next move should be ethanol because it will eliminate all your KR.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, like if you have any of our platform cars on E85 and it's knocking, you got something wrong. You're being really dumb.
Yeah.
So for like guys who don't have E85 in your area, because we keep finding out more and more states they don't have access to it at all, or it's just really bad.
Yeah.
So like in that case, like get your car tuned for the fuel in your area, so you know where your limits are. And if you're gonna go take it out to the track, you're gonna go out just beat on the car, throw a little octane booster in there just to help protect it from knock. And
Yeah, like we sell boostane, and that stuff is pretty magical. And you really only have to put
like
A shot glass,
like,
yeah.
not much at all.
it's pretty wild that it can bring up the
Yeah,
octane
it
that
is.
much.
Yeah, so like if you've got 91 octane in your area, you throw an ounce of that, that'll bump you up to like a 93 or 94 octane with an ounce. And it's a 32 ounce bottle.
Yeah.
So it goes a long way.
Yep. I saw something on there about E85. Oil change intervals. Do you guys? I mean, it's like I always change my oil around like 5,000 miles anyway, so I feel like it doesn't matter like what fuel you're using. But if you're going for extended oil change intervals,
So it's
Yeah.
definitely
would.
gunks up the oil a lot.
Yeah.
And I used to like try and ignore that aspect of it, be like, it's not it. No, it's definitely bad. I think it comes down to if you're driving the car for extended periods of time and boiling that moisture out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That helps a ton.
you got to take long drives.
If you have a functioning
Get up to
PCV system on the car, maybe you're just running a valve cover breather and, it's like the mods don't allow for you to run a PCV system. That's going to definitely be a major consideration. I'd be changing it 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah.
And then, temperature as well. Here in Michigan, it gets cold and wet and nasty after about like right now through May. So
Half the year.
so you'll just be, and we see it on the cars with catch cans. Like for our Sonics, for example, you'll fill both catch cans in a tank of fuel. So 270 mile range on a E85 Sonic, you'll fill 2 catch cans to the brim with moisture.
Yeah.
If you don't have catch cans, the engine's ingesting that moisture, or it's getting past the rings into the crankcase. It definitely takes a major toll on your oil. What I notice it being a problem a lot is I'll have back when I had the Regal on E85, maybe 2-3 times over the winter I'd start it up, move it around, or just start it because whatever. I would pull the valve covers in the spring maybe because some mods or maintenance, and there would be legit
It's like milky gunk in there.
up in the heads.
Yeah.
It for some reason, just that blow by from E85 seems to stay and doesn't burn off quite as quick. So you really need to like get in there and heat the engine up in order to clear all that out.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what sucks too. Is like these e-cars, you know, maybe you're just bombing around on the weekend and then you park it, and then you bomb around the next weekend. It's never getting more than 40 miles on it at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to and from grocery store, just doing
Yeah.
errands. Like that start-stop doesn't do great for the system in general because you're not getting up to operating temp. You're not burning anything out.
I always struggle with the oil in Zoomer's car. We just started it. It kind of just starts up and moves around, and then just like races once a year. And I always like, we need to change the oil on it before streetcar next week. And I always change oil. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's always bad.
Uh-huh.
It's bad.
It gets
bad.
like 20 miles a year and it looks awful.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that's something to consider.
Yeah,
Just change your oil.
So, you know,
Change oil.
somebody mentioned like E85 is never worth it for the average Joe. I would completely disagree with that. If you can do your due diligence, keep up on the maintenance, and make sure that everything in line is good, E85 is amazing. I mean, just on a stock pulley LSJ, you'll pick up 20 wheel horsepower. Like, there's almost no mods that you can do to a supercharged LSJ that will make that much gains
For the cost.
for the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like maybe Tyler and I approach this a little small-minded as well in our 3800 and LSJ minds.
True.
Yeah.
The
True.
flex cars are pretty revolutionary. I think the flex, if you have a car that's flex fuel capable, it's a no-brainer.
That's the way to go.
When you can literally
Do whatever
tinker
you want.
between both,
Yeah.
however you're feeling.
Yeah, fill
or,
it with 93 one week, fill it with 50/50 the next week.
or if you're going racing for the weekend and you want a little octane
Yeah.
in there, like that's super cool.
and you know, for all intents and purposes, E47 is basically 90% as good as
Yeah.
E85
You get all the good stuff.
without the fuel system that you
Yeah.
need and all that.
I'd probably say of the table, I'm probably closest to your entry level.
Yeah.
You know, as far as car modding goes, like I don't care to do all the extra. Flex fuel, catch can, that's all you really need.
Mhm.
As far as like your maintenance goes, that gives you happy best of everything.
Yeah.
Like,
It is, they pair well. I've never really put that into perspective. Catch can, flex fuel.
like you pair those together.
Put the moisture in a jar.
Yeah. So like the little bit of
Fuel,
cons.
Put it over here.
Because you're basically taking the only couple of cons of E85 and you're neutralizing them. Because flex fuel, you don't have to run E85. So if you don't have it, you're on a road trip,
Yeah.
you can run whatever gas you have available.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
Catch can catches all the gunk buildup, and you can have whatever gas mileage you decide
Yeah.
for what you're doing with the car.
Yep.
Cody was talking about how meth is good. Only use it when need it. I like that part. Yeah, that's how our ATSV flex or our ATSV aux fuel kit works with the tank kit. And I was so spoiled at Tail of the Dragon with that because
But
Yeah.
I just dump in 2 gallons of E98 in the trunk tank, only using it at wide open throttle. Throw 93 in the main tank, and because there's no E85 down there, and I'm like, yeah, we should scan the car, scan it. Tunes just mint, no KR. And then Randy's like, yeah, I'm really battling KR. I'm like, man, that's dumb. My car's not. I forget I'm spraying E98 on top of 93 octane. Like,
Man, that's dumb.
like, that sucks, bro.
But having 2 tanks is something else to think about. Like
Yeah.
you got to keep both of them full. If you
Yeah.
have, especially with the meth kit too. If you run out of meth,
Woo, bad time.
yeah,
brother.
you're screwed. You run out of E85, your car's not going to run.
Yeah.
So-
That's just like a tank of gas.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something there to think about.
Michael, yeah, you're right. Average Joes don't keep up on maintenance. That's the problem.
Petcock oil paint drain, that's cool.
Yeah, saw that. Kenny,
If you haven't gotten to your tune yet, yeah, definitely reach out to customer service and see what's going on. Or check your spam email. Sometimes our automated email gets sent to your spam, so there might be an email in there for you.
Yep. Yeah, realistically, all of us tuners here like to keep up on the inbox, maybe
Yeah.
a day or two. So if
24
you haven't
hours.
gotten something's probably going on.
Delgado asked if he can put 89 octane in his 93 octane tuned car. Absolutely. You could put 87 in it if you wanted to. Just don't floor that thing.
If you don't care about your
Yeah.
car, yeah, do whatever you want.
You know, you got to stay out of the boost. You got to keep it under
Just
4,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Drive it like a grandma. Yep.
Do not run 93 on your 85 tune. And this is one thing else I wanted to bring up. If you're going to put E85 in your car, make sure you're tuned for E85.
Yeah.
That is an important part. You can't just put it in.
Flex fuel versus not flex fuel.
It will be very grumpy.
It will
be
super
very
grumpy.
mad.
It's going to be really rich, and you're going to have way too much timing. So don't do that.
Yeah. So here's an interesting one that we got. Because this kind of gets back to, you know, when you're a starter mod guy, you want to buy the hard parts. You want to put things on your car.
I want to build the Legos.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah. So bolt-ons versus tuning, specifically with our more modern vehicles, because they're all torque-based DCMs. You know, a lot of people don't know this. They think, oh, I'm going to put an intake on. I'm going to pick up X amount of wheel horsepower.
They start doing the math addition horsepower.
Yep.
This one's 5. This one's 10.
Yeah. And you go up. But
I heard this.
a tune isn't as glorious as your new shiny intake that makes good noises or your new shiny downpipe. But you got to go with the tune first.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely.
Or do them both at the same time.
I think that's where the stage. I think that's where the stage kits come into play so perfectly. Is like the stage kit for all of our platforms is like the bare bones to get you going, and it usually pairs well with you can just add on top of it. You know.
Yeah.
I always feel guilty. So like, most of you guys have probably talked to me on the phone at some point. Every time somebody's starting out, they're always like, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this." I always feel bad because I feel like I'm trying to upsell them because they're asking about like a $200 intake, and I'm just like, "Hey, really, you should pick up this tune and HB tuners, and then you are investing in being set for your entire career with this car. You've got the tools.
I like that.
You've
HB
got
tuners first.
Yeah, you've got the tools. You know your car. You know where it's currently at. We can tell you if you have any issues with it. That's the big thing.
Yep.
Most people modding.
Well, as a tuner, it's super fun for a guy to like, you know, and I think Tim would jive with this is like, yeah, let's tune your stock car, dude. Let's like literally put some good fuel, some maybe gap the plugs and tune your stock car. And you have such a solid baseline for like how this car operates. And then, you know, you reach out to your tuner 6 months and a year from now, you're like, hey man, I got an intake, or hey man, I got a downpipe. Absolutely, toss it on, you know, let's make some tweaks. Like that's super cool to go through that mod process all the way through.
Like a modern turbo car like ATS-V, you're picking up a lot of power with just a tune and
Yeah.
no mods.
Like there's no better bang for the buck.
I mean, you don't even
it's
need
kind of crazy.
You don't even need an ATS-V.
Or a
LNF,
LNF,
LHU, so like a Buick Regal.
Yep.
Like a tune alone on a DI car is 20, 30 horse.
Huge.
Probably
I think
more than
that's
that.
pretty applicable for a 3800 too. I don't know if there's a ton of actual dyno difference, but in the seat, pants, like
The
butt
way it
dyno,
feels,
how it feels, it's gonna feel a lot better.
Drivability.
Drivability.
Yeah.
And like you said, HB tuners, I think that's kind of undervalued. People think it's really expensive and they don't want it, they don't want to pay for it. But there's so much information that you can and we can, if you send us a log, get out of that it's like invaluable.
Yeah.
And it seems intimidating, but like that's kind of what we are here for. Is if you have HB tuners, we can walk you through it. You're not responsible for anything other than
Clicking a couple
yeah.
buttons.
You got like 6 buttons you gotta click. And just email conversation.
And we have step-by-step instructions.
Yep. And we'll help you out. We'll tell you what to
Multiple
do.
videos.
And, you know, I say this out of all the love, but like our customers are so spoiled with how affordable tuning is. I mean, just so you've got Cobb, you want to go to E85 and intercooler. How much is your tune update?
A single tune for multiple fuels, so a flex fuel setup, is about $750. That's just a tune update.
You can get HB tuners and a tune for less than that.
For less than that?
And a tune update's $60.
Oh, that doesn't include the actual interface that I have, the Cobb access port, which is $750 by itself.
You're 1500. You're 1500 into just getting a flex tune.
Yeah.
That's not even the flex kit.
See?
So the flex
This is
kit.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So flex kit and a tune update, I'm about $2,000 in.
So if you need to change
That's
your
why I
tune
haven't done it.
and you have HB tuners,
And you could
You
buy
already
a whole
have
nother
everything
Cobalt
you-
for that, kids.
you already have everything you need.
So
You just email us and we update your tune and you're good to go. So definitely buy.
And we're all guilty. Don't even charge for the tune update.
Just buy HB tuners. I'll charge you for the tune update.
He's new.
Yeah, it really
it depends on how much you make us work. That's it.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Some cars
If
are a
you
lot
got-
more.
You've made us work for this. You're getting charged.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $60.
Yeah, it's
if
still it's super reasonable
Yeah.
for what you're getting. If you're switching from 93 to 85 and you want a couple revisions, $60 is nothing.
Nothing.
That's a tank of gas.
Yeah. That's like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Xavier said, "Will y'all please try the 2.7 turbo out of the Colorado?" I would love to get down with that engine. I feel like it's gonna be really great.
I think it's next. I think it's on all of our radar.
Yeah. It's just, we progress slow here because we need to nail down the platforms that we're currently working on before we move on to the next thing. And speaking of expensive tunes,
Yeah,
Takes a lot of credits, and
Yeah.
some of them aren't even supported yet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably our biggest thing. We get asked all the time. Hey, like my CT4, like, do you guys tune these cars? Hey man, HP Tuners doesn't even support your engine yet.
Yeah.
Hey, before it's off the screen, what happened to our supercharged stage kits for Cobalt? Injectors?
They're back now, right?
They are back.
Yep.
So they disappeared for a little while because we didn't have the Siemens injectors. We now have new upgraded
Deechworks, yep.
Yep. DW
So-
injectors.
So the Stage 2 is back in stock. It's remote tune only while I get the base files, smoothed out, make sure everything's good. We have the Deechworks 80-pound injectors on order. When those come in, the Stage 3 will come back. So don't worry, they're either there or on their way.
Yep.
See some more talk about
Somebody
E85.
said EcoBoost. Don't we make parts for the
Just the
F-150? Yeah, there you go. That's EcoBoost parts.
We make
Done.
2 parts.
We're already there, buddy.
That only works very
Yeah.
specific years.
We do make a Fusion downpipe. It's only on eBay though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Look on eBay if you got a Fusion.
Or an MKZ?
Z?
It's the same
MKZ.
car, yeah.
Yeah. All my questions are Cobalt related, so we can go somewhere else because
You
I
got
could
some on
ramble
here,
all
Alright,
T-Spain?
Yeah, I got one that applies to everybody. We're gonna go a 3 for brake upgrades, suspension upgrades, or tires.
Tires. Tires does both.
Tires
But-
does
so
it
tough.
all.
I love new tires.
Tires does both.
I
Makes you
love
stop
new
faster
tires.
and it makes you handle better.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you might accelerate better.
And
if
then
you're
I would
spinning.
follow that with brakes.
You'd be like, wow, my car rides so slow.
Like, I can deal with a Bodie suspension or maybe a clunk on a bump, but if the brake pedal or it's like pulsating or I can't stop or like something worse than that, like, I don't know what's worse than not stopping, but yeah, definitely brakes. Like, you can definitely get by with some suspension stuff. Like, it doesn't matter how absolutely bad your suspension is, it's usually not unsafe, and like unless your ball joint's gonna fall off or something.
True.
But brakes can get unsafe.
Brakes can get unsafe.
And like you don't even need a big upgrade. All you really need is good quality pads and
a fresh rotor.
Yeah, fresh
Yeah.
rotors, and that's most of what people
Brake
want.
upgrades look good.
yeah, they
I
look
do
good.
love.
Holy crap, that's like half the upgrade.
Yeah, it is.
Look good.
Yeah,
Underneath
They
that
look
wheelie,
so
like,
cool.
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
but like let's say somebody wanted to go all out. First mod, they're like, okay, I'm throwing some 6 pistons up front, but I also have these 10-year-old tires that are 600 tread wear. They're basically plastic.
Yeah,
What's it gonna do for my stopping?
nothing.
Probably nothing, because your tire's just
Nothing.
gonna
It's
slide.
just gonna look cool while you're
It's gonna
while you're
look
sliding
cool.
into a wall. Yeah.
So it is a balance. Well, that's why I say get a good pad, get good summer tires.
Yeah.
Not all seasons, like
Yeah.
summer
No, there's-
tires.
If you're doing what we're doing and you're modding your car and you like driving it, get a good tire.
And you know what? You don't need 200 tread wears. These guys are gonna spout all the time. 300s.
Yeah, no,
I
380.
graduated to a 300 on the Regal this year.
300 is
Yeah.
good.
I settled
Yeah.
down. I
300's
settled
good.
down.
And you can drive in the rain,
yeah,
which
Yeah.
is good.
Not-
I
which is great.
I mean, I just picked up a set of Continental tires. Yes, they're probably not the highest rated, but they're 380 tread wear, and I made it to tail and back.
No,
while
those tires
being-
are amazing, dude.
Yeah,
And-
being
and
pretty
you
aggressive.
Never had any issues. It's
Yeah.
not like you overheated them or anything.
No,
like
They're not gonna wear out super fast. It's like the best balance, I feel like.
Yeah.
I
So,
switched
absolutely.
to a 3 something. I don't remember what they are, but the BF Goodrich Phenom that they came out with this year.
Oh yeah,
that
the new one.
that tire dropped, and I was like, man, you can rotate it.
It's not directional.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not directional, so
Yep.
you can rotate it correctly. They got a smooth sidewall. The tread pattern was sick. So I mounted 4 on the Regal, and I think they're pretty comparable in terms of normal aggressive street driving. I would probably feel a difference in like an autocross situation, but I'm not really autocrossing the car that much anymore.
Yeah.
I take my little lake lap through it in some corners. I'm like, it's still the same old Regal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will say, in the last 6 or 8 years, that specific area of tire technology has come a long way.
Tires have gotten a lot better.
Like-
yeah, every year.
I feel like the Nitto.
200's kind of.
I think all the Nitto stuff.
and then it's trickled down to the 3s.
I think all the Nitto stuff went down the drain.
Trash.
Very trash. And more recently, the Continental DWS 06, not all that it used to be talked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a DWS is still a all season.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very all season, which
Well,
I've
it has
realized.
Snow.
Yes,
In the name.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
Dry,
it
wet
does.
snow. That's what DWS is, if you don't know.
Yeah.
but like a Pilot Sport or your new Contis or those
Yeah.
new BFGs, like
That BFG is.
that's gonna be my
I will
go-to
say-
because I'm the same way. I'm not road coursing or autocrossing the cars.
I feel like
as much
I feel
anymore.
like as a our little car gang here's kind of settled down a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like even 2-3 years ago, we were very aggressive on
Tires
tires
yeah.
and autocrossing or road coursing and all that, and we're kind of all just like trying to put together a really good street build now. It
Yeah.
seems like maybe we just I don't know the car.
Don't say it. Don't say
I
it.
know. We're just growing up, man.
Christopher, we do have some great performance cooling upgrades for the ATS-V coming soon. We got some solid products.
I just bought Nitto tires. No, I mean
You got low
they
expectations, though.
They will still do you well.
Yeah, they'll still do well.
Yeah, they work. We're just talking about as far as like the way technology has progressed and how good. Like if a tire came out this month that just got released, the Nittos are just old technology. That's
Yeah.
it.
They get
Yeah.
a lot. I mean, the crazy part is like Cletus loves them.
He's sponsored.
He's
He,
sponsored by
I know.
them.
I
I used to love Federals, but I wasn't
can't
sponsored.
say
I was just
maybe
poor.
a bad example. They use them a lot and they seem to work well for what they're doing.
Yeah, they use them on all the Crown Vics that run like.
And he had
however
that
many
hard park
laps.
the RTR challenge the other day, and they used one set of NT55s for that whole thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Super hard, no grip.
Well, and that's where I was going with this. Low expectations. I think they'll probably last you a long time and they'll look cool, but they're definitely very plasticky compared to what else is out there.
Yep.
Maybe that's why it was so hard to hard park the RTR.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll second Rob, Michelin Pilot Sports 4s. As far as like a daily driver, good performance tire that you're gonna get mileage out of, top tier.
That's,
yeah.
that's
That-
another
that-
tax
yeah.
bracket though.
Yeah.
man.
I tried to buy
Yeah,
them
no,
for my
that's
car,
rich.
and they were out of stock, so I ended up getting the Extreme Contact Sport 02s,
Yep.
Yep.
That was
and they
that
were
was-
good.
That was the decision maker for me though. When I needed new tires, I had PS4s on them, needed new tires. They were about a $600 price difference for a
Right?
set.
Oh,
yeah, like the
that's
difference in
crazy.
price versus the difference in performance is not there.
But like when we were at Tail, we were out walking around. There's a bunch of cars sitting around. There was a M2, a C8,
Yep.
and a GT500. All three of them on PS4s.
Yeah.
Like
There's a
They-
reason Porsches come from the factory with those.
They're
They're
good with
good.
like cup tires.
Well,
though,
yeah, you
too.
got the Cup 2s, but Xavier, LNF standard versus extra clearance intercooler. For most people, there's no performance difference, but our LNF standard size intercooler can support a ton of horsepower.
Yeah.
I know there's some people who go to like the Treadstone TR10, which is freaking gigantic. You don't need that.
It just they think it's bigger, so it's better.
Yeah.
yeah, the only time I really push people towards the clearance ones are HHRs.
Yeah.
That's purely just because of where it lines up on the bumper. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you
And
don't want it. It looks weird.
It's got the underneath plastics, and if you run the regular size one, it either shoves them way down or you can't even put them on. So
Yeah, I've had a couple people who had the standard one and let their significant other drive it and just up onto a curb.
Yep. That's always my move. Is the girl gonna drive the car? Get the
clearance.
Yeah,
There's a reason it's
I broke my plastic LNF intercooler pulling out of McDonald's one time.
Yep.
Boost Lake City, not fun. I did see someone up there was just asking randomly if the new 60-pound injectors are better than the Siemens injectors. 100%.
Oh
Yeah, the DW injectors are like way newer technology, just overall much smoother. Way
yeah,
better.
they can. Their minimum pulse width is 0.242 milliseconds. The Siemens, we run them at like 0.8, but they were advertised originally at like 1.1. So they can idle way lower. It gets rid of all the garbage that we used to have to deal with, and like we dealt with it, and they worked very well for what they did. But
We just
as we
don't like
progress-
change. Nobody likes
Yeah,
change.
nobody likes
The Siemens injectors work.
Yeah,
They work.
They're
They work, and they
affordable.
work great.
They work.
And they're affordable. That's the thing.
Yeah, and really the DWs are not that much more expensive.
Just newer tech.
I think they're quieter too. I don't know.
All right, Grandpa.
Observing.
I mean,
You're talking about not driving your car hard.
They probably
car
are.
hard and,
Maybe we should test some injector quieting sleeves on those bad
hey,
boys.
there we go. Oh,
Injector
man.
trade-in program.
I don't want to get into that one. That's
What, Z57
yeah,
versus S257? S257 all day.
Yeah.
Depends on the build.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, right?
I did see someone just quick. Somebody was asking about the S258. I think we tested it, and it's like barely better than a 257.
Oh, Low Expectations did say Gen 3 versus Gen 5. If you have access to a Gen 5, there's
Why would you
no
not?
reason not to.
Somebody
Like,
was talking to me the other day. He's like,
There's no downfall to
I
it.
got a
None.
port of Gen 3 and all this other stuff. Oh, might have been the new guy we hired.
oh,
Talking-
new Ryan.
Talking about
Ryan 3.
He's got a Regal with a ported Gen 3 and all this other stuff on it. And he's putting a new motor in it and stuff, and it came with a Gen 5. He's like, I think I'm going to use my ported Gen 3. I'm like, that's a bad idea. Like, that Gen 5 that's amazing blower. And we get them for $75 out of the junkyard. So
How much power do we make on Zoom's car with the Gen 5?
right now we're sitting at like 475.
475 on a supercharged 3800.
It's going to be on the dyno next week, boys.
That's pretty wild.
It's going to be on the dyno. It's going to make more than that, I promise. If it doesn't, we got problems.
Sprinkle in some power.
We changed the exhaust up and put new fuel pump in it.
Yeah, I think Bo's performance review's coming up, so it better make more power.
Yeah, right?
Low Expectations, Pizza Hut or Domino's, it depends on which pizza
Oh
you're
my
getting.
gosh. Don't ask Tyler anything
nope,
about
Domino's.
about pizza.
I will
Butter
go,
garlic crust.
I will
Done.
go with Domino's. But sometimes a pan pizza from Pizza Hut just hits.
Tyler doesn't even eat toppings on his pizza. So
Hey, look, if you can't make a cheese pizza, you can't make any other
It's a
pizza
great
worth a
argument.
damn.
It's
It's
a
the
great
base
argument.
of every pizza. All right. James says, unlimited budget. What cars are you guys picking for daily weekend warrior cars? I'm going to say within our...
Unlimited budget?
I got a good credit score, so I basically have unlimited budget, and I drive a Cobalt. So
Okay, but within our platform cars, what are we getting?
Man, I tell you what, dude. That ATS-V is so locked in right now.
if we're just picking out the platform cars, yeah,
I mean,
why wouldn't you pick an ATS-V?
Everyone would say ATSV, yeah.
Yes, but like it runs low tens with
With
bolt-ons.
no,
It's
like basically no.
It's a
mod.
stock. It's a
Yeah.
stock unopened motor.
Yep.
It runs It runs mid tens on street tires. It runs low tens on a slick. And then it goes to Tail of Dragon and mobs and gets 28 miles a gallon there and back. I'm like, this is the best bang for your buck. And it's a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
just
Comfy.
If we're talking a realistic car that I'm going to do the maintenance on myself, I'm not going with the V because
I think you got to remove the budget part. Like the budget's very important when picking a car.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking $500, a 2003 Oldsmobile Aurora sounds
Oh my gosh,
great.
Tyler. What about that Sunbird I sent you? You didn't like that?
no Sunbird.
Why? It
That's
was
too old.
It's
I mean,
manual. I like those
mid-2000s.
old like gem,
Mid-2000s.
like the Survivor GM cars that just nobody cares about. Like I love seeing like an '84 Beretta that's like super
I
mint
do love
condition.
Berettas.
That's like super mint condition.
Yeah, we like Berettas.
I don't know. I just like those shitbox cars.
See this Ethan Vink. Bo's having an affair with his ATS-V. I hope the 3800s don't know. So I talked to Zoom about this before I took the ATS-V to tail. I was like, Zoom, I have a dilemma. I don't know which V6 to take to tail the Dragon. I was like, my 3800 brothers are going to be on my butt for leaving the Moose home. And I was like, I think I got to take the Moose. Well, it comes down to it. I get in the ATS-V. It was better than the Moose in some ways, actually a lot of ways, but I will be back in the Moose next year. But yeah, I'm having an affair with the ATS-V. It's very true. V6 for V6 though. We had it out front next to that black two-door Grand Prix, and it's so funny to see how ZZP has evolved over the years.
I know.
Turbo V6, Turbo
25
V6.
years.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
25 years.
But the Regal will be at Streetcar Takeover. And I will be piloting Zoom's GTP at Streetcar Takeover. So all you 3800 guys, we're going to get you some 3800 content.
Come hang out.
Come hang out, SCT, next week. US 131 Motorsports Park.
I think I'm still choosing the Cobalt.
Surprise.
If we're picking just platform cars, it has to be Cobalt. Yeah, it's my first car. Come on.
Yeah, what was the question again?
Unlimited budget.
Unlimited
besides the
budget.
budget.
Pick whatever car you
a
like the
daily
most,
weekend.
basically.
A daily weekend warrior is definitely my Regal.
Yeah. I haven't spent enough time in a
For me.
Cobalt, but I'd probably lean towards hatchback Sonic with the Z04.
Oh, yeah.
Sonics are
fun.
good.
That's
Sonic
good.
with the Z04
it's
is
good
killer.
for everything, and like my normal drive, like you throw some suspension mods on it,
Dude,
and
they
you just,
handle super
you just
well.
turn some corners with it real quick.
Oh, it's
Like it doesn't
new
have to be
enough.
that fast.
It's
Yeah.
new enough.
That actually
got a
reminded me a
better
lot of
interior.
my Cobalt too when I drove the wall purple one. It just rips in second gear. So
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So good.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
Get that Z04 though. You got to get the Z04.
Yeah, you have to have a Z04. All right. 501.
No way.
It is.
It went fast.
Yeah, right.
It's about time.
Like Bo said, next weekend, October 3 and 4, US 131 Motorsport Park, we will be out for Streetcar Takeover. We're going to have a gang of cars out there.
Gang.
A lot of turbos, one supercharger. Yeah, one supercharger.
To rule them
We're
all.
holding it down.
But yeah, if you guys are in the area, come out. It'll be a great time. We're going to be there all night, Friday night. We'll
Yeah,
be
don't-
all there Saturday.
Don't be shy. Come say hi.
Yeah, we love seeing everybody.
That rhymed.
But since we got that out of the way, what are we doing this weekend, Adam?
Hanging out with my parents. Gonna go to the beach, Lake Michigan. Just kind of relaxing
Nice.
and just taking it easy.
Must be nice.
I have to adult between different fun things. We were at Taylor last weekend. My yard work has only gotten worse because I've kind of been ignoring it. It's basically a forest in the backyard, so we're gonna do some yard work.
Hell
And
yeah.
then back to doing car stuff next week.
I love
Yep.
yard work.
Yep,
So
I'm-
satisfying.
I'm gonna probably ignore the yard because
Attaboy.
you know it's just a yard. It's
just a yard,
grass.
yeah.
It's fine.
You have grass in your yard?
I do. Well,
Mine's a
a
desert.
lot of weeds, a lot of clover.
It is sandy over
But
there.
the clover is great because it never grows too high, so
Yep.
you don't have to mow.
And it has
fills
good
in.
coverage and
Yeah.
it grows no matter what.
I know.
That's perfect.
We are gonna go to Oktoberfest downtown GR tomorrow.
That sounds fun.
Some little block party on Wealthy Street, and then Sunday I'm gonna look at a 2003 Oldsmobile
There it is.
Aurora.
Oh my
There
god.
it is. I don't know why I'm not so into this.
I am.
I might be jealous. I
I
might
am
just be
so
mad. I might
pumped
just be
about
mad.
Is it like a
car.
North Star?
Yeah, it's a North Star,
Oh,
4-liter V8.
Oh no.
It's got a 4T80, 98,000 miles,
No.
tri-coat white. Dude, this is peak 2000s GM.
It's gonna be the nicest car you have.
I know.
You're gonna-
well, other than Erica's.
How much does it cost?
$500.
You're gonna
dude.
regret this.
No, ain't no way. I've spent $500 on way dumber things.
True.
Yeah. See. So anyway, if anyone wants to talk me off the ledge, I'm not listening.
2 cars in 1 week, Tyler. It's big.
Bo, what are you doing?
Oh. What am I doing? I got to get the ATSV ready for Streetcar Takeover. That's mostly what I'm doing. Pulling some weight out of it, checking some things over. Just packing up the tool bag, you know. I like to be the tool guy. It's just in me. Like if we're out racing and somebody says they need something, I need to have that in my toolbox.
I got it.
Yes. I was one night we were down at Tail of the Dragon and we were just standing around the cars drinking a beer and I was like, name a tool. If I don't have it, I'm putting it in this kit. There wasn't really, I mean, you guys came up with something silly. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I don't think I was there for that.
Yeah. So what's cool is I got my kit from Tail of the Dragon. I just got to transfer that. It's going to Streetcar Takeover for the most part. Tweak it a little bit.
Perfect.
But
Do you take your tools out of your toolbox and bring them with you, or do you have a specific kit of tools that you use?
combination
just
of
for that?
both? Like there's definitely some things that come out of the box, but I do have a dedicated.
A grab
It-
bag.
box.
Yeah. But yeah, just
It's nice to have multiple sets.
Yep. Too many tools, but
There's no such
Never have
thing.
too
There is
many.
no such thing as
Yeah,
too
we're
many
sitting at
tools.
a table full of them.
Ah, all right. On that note.
on that note, thanks Mike for hosting us. Thanks
Yep.
everyone for joining us. 1 month from now, it'll be Halloween. we'll be here.
Wow,
Hope
we're
you're
gonna be
too.
dressed up like fools the next
I
time we
know.
see you
I don't
guys.
even know
Tyler's
what I
gonna
wanna
be
be.
looking like a cactus.
No, the cactus is dead, dude.
Cactus pop.
Yeah, the controller, the batteries. The
5
acid.
years
You
later.
can voltage boost it.
Batteries in my
Got a
car.
booster.
Yeah, gotta get a new one.
All right, we'll catch you guys next time.